Sal.
I'm Ethan.
And I'm Ben.
Welcome to Off the Rack. Today we're talking about Harley Quinn. I don't even know what number it is. What number?
Seven?
Is it? Seven. Yep.
Oh,
Harley Quinn number 7. Written by Amanda Connor and Jimmy Palmiotti with art by Chad Hardin. Joker's sidekick, and not so much anymore. Now she's
doing her own stuff.
Doing her own stuff.
I like Harley Quinn as a character. I think she's really fun. And this just, entirely drops the ball.
It was bizarre. It's clearly not for me.
I guarantee you, somebody is loving the fuck out of this comic, and it ain't me. It's for folks who find this madcap, zany, but grotesquely violent and nonsensical story kind of weird.
It's for the people that like Harley Quinn so much that they don't care what she does as long as she has her own book.
Yes.
Right.
How'd you feel about the writing of this book?
It's so very stylized to be the characters that they want Harley and the surrounding supporting cast to be, but it's not good.
The story for me fell flat. The dialogue was a bit stilted.
I'm going to reference a different comic we reviewed. Big Trouble in Little China, where it's just like,
Yes.
they made him so much more of who he is that they ruined him for the comic. They made Harley Quinn, they multiplied her by 10. It's just she's not like that.
Well, I've seen other versions of Harley Quinn in the New 52. I like this one the most. I don't think that Harley Quinn translates into a comic book character. I think that Harley Quinn works in the animated series universe, and really only there, because it's the only place where Joker can be zany and also maniacal, but not a murderer, or at least an implied murderer.
Right.
Because once you make the Joker from New 52, where he ripped his own face off and then tried to and kills people indiscriminately, it makes her very unsympathetic. And in fact, she herself is a murderer.
Yeah.
And it makes her that much less available.
Well,
emotionally
she's a
for us to connect
psychopath.
with. Yeah.
And, for the first part of this book, you're not necessarily sure about it. And then she kills a guy, gleefully laughing and clearly enjoying killing these people.
Right. And Poison Ivy I buy. Poison Ivy is a killer. And it's because her character is very well defined and she has no regard for humanity.
Yeah. Right. And
In fact,
why.
her relationship with Harley is actually kind of vexing in its own way, because why does she have this allowance for Harley Quinn? Maybe it's the last shred of humanity she has, and even then it's a character building for Poison Ivy. Harley Quinn is, for me, a narrative device more than a character in the comic book universe. And unfortunately, that doesn't warrant its own title. What do you guys think about the art?
Clearly made to sell books to guys, in my opinion. Because the costumes are all about, revealing shots of Poison Ivy and Harley.
But, isn't that these characters anyway?
And I'm not trying to judge it for that, but it's like you're pandering now.
It
we
says they're
can't
on the
make her.
beach.
Well, we can't make her own character in a story and character way, so we're just going to give you some skin.
I will point out she is wearing a one-piece when they're on the beach.
That's true.
Which is somewhat out of style.
You know what it is? I'm not the hugest fan of characters who are, by every stretch of the imagination, sociopaths. And that is all you have. There's no rescue from the crazy.
There's no one to relate to.
The art's pretty solid. The writing is for someone, and so I would probably rate this a 5. I'm going to give it a 5 because I feel like it is very middle of the road. Ain't for me, but it might be for somebody else. Everything that they're doing is executed for that audience.
Yeah.
It's just not us, clearly. I thought we'd give it a shot, though. I was like, hey, Harley Quinn, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Well, I give it a 4.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 4 as well. It's just... I do like the art. The art's cool, for the most part. And the writing is fine. It's not bad. It's just, I don't like what's going on.
But there were no great moments that stood out.
There was no breakout moment.
Yeah. I don't think there was any moment where I was like, that was cool. There just... You got to have at least one of those for me to get a 5 or higher on a book. So, yeah. Here's one thing I didn't notice until just now. Poison Ivy on the first page is putting on green
sunblock or whatever.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
because it's not sunblock,
right?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's some kind of.
That's
right. She says it's some kind of
plant derivative,
thing for improving her photosynthesis. Does she photosynthesize?
I don't know.
She's eating Chinese food
from the sun.
I don't know.
I imagine.
Don't we all?
She says that she does.
Interesting.
Poison Ivy's physiology vexes me. Poison Ivy number 7 from DC Comics. You pick it up at your local comic book store. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Harley Quinn number 7. See, there you go. Whoops. Harley Quinn number 7. You pick it up at your local comic book store. I am Sal.
I'm Ethan.
And I'm Ben.
And this was Off the Rack. Oh, hey, before you go, check out some of our friends online.
In fact, you should check out ComicsFix.com, the online Netflix of comics. You get some great indie comic books on there, all digital. It's fantastic.
or check us out at the Garden State Comic Fest at the Morristown Hyatt on August 23rd.
See you next time.